Hey YouTube. Well, I got one here which is beyond insane. Gonna make a little noise, move my laptop a little. That's it. Okay, the moon is here. This is Baja California. This is in a city called La Paz. And it is dark. Next frame will be sunset. Beginning. Down. And again, going back to Serenity Lake at 6:30. It don't fail. Then the show begins. Now watch this. This is insane. I would say this is probably the best I have discovered so far. We have a west view of the Pacific Ocean, of course. And let's roll it. Nice and easy. And remember, there's 2 minutes between the frames. And the black dot is the camera that can't handle it. It's too bright. And there's a little scratch on the dome here. It seems like it's been polished with something it shouldn't been. Maybe it's not scratched, maybe it's the wrong soap. I didn't polish it. But the sun is setting. Look how it fuses with the horizon now. Quite bizarre looking. And people don't wonder, what the heck is that? They can see this with the naked eye, people. Why are they not asking themselves, why is it looking like that? That didn't look like that when I grew up. No, it never did. You always saw a crisp disc. And yellow, not white, but yellow. And you could actually look at the sun for a couple of seconds. Now if you look up at the sun, man, it's like looking into a welding torch. It's beyond insane. Well, there's a little discussion about that the sun or the earth, on the former video I had, that the sun or the earth is revolving around the sun. Well, that is up to debate, if it is. There's also someone who is claiming, and that's the Russians, they're claiming that we are actually in a heliocentric orbit around our sun. Meaning all the planets are spiraling in between each other. Meaning that Saturn could be our second sun in reality. Coming too close to our sun and it flares up. And there are some disturbances in Saturn's rings, as far as I know. But if we have the other thing, like we have the sun going in a circle like this, and then we have this nemesis star going in a larger orbit around, and at some point in time they will meet where the sun is rotating around in the galaxy, while this one is coming in like this. The orbit of this planet coming this way, or the nemesis if you call it that, would travel much slower, and it will actually seems like it's having a dance with our sun. Now, let me prove that to you, that is actually going on. Watch this. Sun is setting. The disk is still visible. That's why we have a black dot. Still visible. And now, poof, the sun is almost gone now. Almost. Now, pay attention. Right here, we again have the curtain of chemtrails. I've been speaking about this since I was trucking in Ohio in 2012. That we have this curtain and we have a canopy that is sometimes covering the sun. The sun can't shine through it. And it's a very thin sheet of clouds, or chemtrail induced clouds. I call it the canopy. But look at the reflection here. This is not an error in the dome or in the camera. This reflection here, or this hue right here, is not centered in a direct line to our sun. Our sun is right there. And you can see it is offset. It's not directly above it, and it would be. Okay, this is not an optical illusion. It would be. Now follow this. Oh, what happened? Uh-oh. Right there. That was a slip up. Next frame. That was in Monterey you saw there. It's very foggy in Monterey right now in Mexico. Look at that. Still offset. Offset. Very offset. Still there. It remains. And the sun is still in the process of setting. So wouldn't it be logical to think that this one also changes appearance? Yes, naturally, because the sun or the earth is in movement. So this will be complementary to the movement. But it is not. It is stationary. Look at that. The sun is below the horizon. Way below the horizon now. Okay, there's not even a light cast on the waters. Agreed? Now what's this? 2 minutes apart. What's going on here, people? Did the earth suddenly decide to rotate the other way? I think we would have some tsunamis here on planet Earth. That would not be able to be hidden from anybody, because they would cost millions of lives, billions for that matter. I think it's 80% of the world's populace is living by the coastlines. 80% of all the populace at the coastlines. 57% of those is living in the big cities. And they're lying at the coastlines. So when the earth goes to and fro like a drum car, and it will be removed like a cottage, it will fall over and never rise again. We are looking at 2.5 billion people in a matter of hours, flushed out. I mean flushed out, literally. Because the earth's crust is solid. The water is loose. If there is a change at just a few degrees, but sudden, I mean 10 degrees, all of a sudden shifting, it will create tsunamis worldwide, everywhere, and millions will die because of that. But the faster and the duration or the angle of degrees the earth would tilt, let's just say it's tilting 90 degrees over, and it's happening in a half an hour, then we're looking at 2.5 billion people snuffed out in an instant. And we're talking about a mile wide, the high waves coming in. But what is going on here? The sun is down. Okay? This is an hour and 8 minutes since we started. It is still there. Very bright. Very bright. This is not our sun that is doing this. Okay? And now it's falling down again. You see it? And again we get this coral red sky. Let's go back. Take it again if you missed it. There's another object out there that is giving off light, and protractedly bright, very bright light, because it's dancing with our sun. And the closer to the sun it becomes, the more it flares up and energizes by the energy from our sun. And right now they are having an intermezzo with each other. And that's the reason for why our sun is so stalemate as it is at this moment. It has never been more dull and more silent, and lack of energy in output. And that is one of the reasons why it is cooling so much here on planet Earth at this moment, especially on the northern hemisphere. They are being buried in snow. So that also have another effect that is our magnetosphere that is protecting us against the rays from our sun, talking about the infrared, talking about the ultraviolet rays, and also gamma. Our magnetosphere at this moment, over the last decade, has dropped 16%. 16%, people. Then we're talking about the other factor, and that is all the grass will be burned up and 1/3 of the trees. And that is simply because of the infrared, the intense heat, when our magnetosphere finally fails. And it will. And it will fail when the Earth is falling over and never rising again. When we have a magnetic pole flip, it'll be over. You better be on the ground. Okay, we run it again. 2 minutes between each picture. Sun is setting. Very bright. Extreme whiteout. And has hardly any chemtrails, but look at the whiteout. But again, you see the horizon. We got this curtain. And again, now we are 20 minutes into the sunset. Right there, 20 minutes in. You can clearly see the sun is still up. There's a reflection on the waters. Sun is still up. Sun is still up. And it's going. 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 And there it hits the horizon at 18:10. And there will be Pacific time. There will be 6:10 p.m. Pacific time. And now it starts to go down. Go below the horizon. It is 1/3 down now. Now it's half. 2/3. Gone. Now look at this. This is the straight line right there. That's the center where the sun is. Straight line up here. Do you see that there is a displacement of this bubble? It is off. Meaning there is an object sitting over here. In this vicinity. Straight down here. Right there. Next to the sun. Behind the sun. Or in front of it. Don't know. NASA won't tell, but I can assure you there is an object there, or this circle, or this outline of the circle wouldn't be where the top point is here, leading straight down in a 90-degree zodiac, or zenith. It's zenith. See, it's off. It's not directly above it. And you see it even more now. The sun is right there. Right in the middle of this little bright spot. And you see the offset. There. Next frame. This is very... Look at this. The sun has been down behind the horizon for the last 20 minutes, people. And now it seems like it's freaking coming back. You see that? And again, the highest point is offset from where the sun left the horizon. There's no question about it. And what's that? A nuclear explosion? This is insane. And no one is asking questions. No one is pointing at the sky and demanding answers. What the heck is going on here? Everybody is under mind control, except a few. They must be, if they can't see this is wrong. The sun has set and now it's freaking being brighter again. Flaring up complete madness. Like some supernova happened out in space. Look at that. That's not the sun. Not our sun. But it's another one. It is that one the Egyptians are talking about. Let's go backwards. We got 45 seconds. Look. going up. There, there, there. Yeah, gotta remember them. There, there. You see it? I hope you do. These pictures are not lying. They're real-time images. God bless you. You see that?